Dear viewers, my name is Rukhsana. Today I will discuss few inspiring quotes. Now let's start. Talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. If you like me, tell me if you miss me. Show me if you love me. Prove it. Prove it. On the next page, there is a purpose for every challenge. There is a purpose for every challenge and a lesson for every mistake. And a lesson for every mistake. Life is not weakening. Life is not weakening you. It is challenging you to bring out the strength in life. It is challenging you to bring out the strength in you. On the next page, no one wants to hear this. No one wants to hear this, but truth to be told. Truth to be told, a long-lasting relationship comes with a lot of forgiveness. A long-lasting relationship comes with a lot of forgiveness and understanding. On the next page, people don't want to hear this. People don't want to hear this, but words not matching actions. But words not matching actions is called manipulation. And refusing to be held accountable. And refusing to be held accountable, for it is called gaslighting. On the next page, being different. Being different makes you beautiful. Being different makes you beautiful. On the next page, it is better to stay alone. It is better to stay alone rather being around with people who do not value and respect you. On the next page, sometimes you just have to stay silent. Because no words can explain what's going on in your mind and heart. Because no words can explain what's going on in your mind and heart. On the next page, mother. Mother is the only person who carries you 9 months in her belly. Mother is the only person who carries you 9 months in her belly, 3 years in her arms, and forever in her heart. On the next page, your past is just a lesson. Your past is just a lesson, not a life sentence. On the next page, you don't inspire people by being perfect. You inspire them by how you deal with your imperfections. On the next page, standing alone is better than standing with people who don't value you. Standing alone is better than standing with people who don't value you. On the next page, you are responsible for your own happiness. If you expect others to make you happy, you will always be disappointed. You will always be disappointed. On the next page, behavior is always greater than knowledge. Behavior is always greater than knowledge, because in life there are many situations where knowledge fails, but behavior can still handle. On the next page, you shall never be brave. You shall never be brave if you don't get hurt. You shall never be brave if you don't get hurt. You shall never learn if you don't make mistakes. You shall never learn if you don't make mistakes. You shall never be successful. You shall never be successful if you don't encounter failure. You shall never be successful if you don't encounter failure. On the next page, when people start talking against you. When people start talking against you means you are growing. On the next page, everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. That reason causes change. Everything happens for a reason. That reason causes change. Sometimes the change hurts. Sometimes the change hurts. Sometimes the change is hard. Sometimes the change is hard, but in the end it's all for the best. On the next page, my attitude based on how you treat me. My attitude is based on how you treat me. On the next page, everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. That reason causes change. Sometimes it hurts, sometimes it's hard, but in the end it's all for the best. On the next page, whatever you do, good or bad, people will always have something negative to say. On the next page, successful people always have two things on their lips. Successful people always have two things on their lips: silence and smile. On the next page, God always has something for you. God always has something for you. A key for every problem. A light for every shadow. A relief for every sorrow. A relief for every sorrow, and a plan for every tomorrow. On the next page, don't confuse my personality. Don't confuse my personality with my attitude. My personality is who I am. My attitude depends on what you are. My attitude depends on who you are. On the next page, if you can learn self-control, you can master anything. On the next page, shoes or people, if they hurt you, then they are not your size. On the next page, life is so strange. Life is so strange. If we are happy, people get jealous. If we are happy, people get jealous, and if we are sad, they question us. And if we are sad, they question us.